Question 11. With reference to the proposals of Cripps' mission, consider the following statements. 1. The Constitution Assembly would have members nominated by the provincial assemblies as well as the princely states. 2. Any province which is not prepared to accept the new constitution would have the right to sign a separate agreement with Britain regarding its future status. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. Option B is correct. The Cripps mission was sent by British government to India in March 1942, which has following proposals. Setting up Dominion status. Any province unwilling to join the Indian Dominion could form a separate union and have a separate constitution. A constituent assembly would be formed to frame new constitution for the country. This is Question 12. Assertion A. According to the Wavell Plan, the number of Hindu and Muslim members in the Executive Council was to be equal. Reason R. Wavell thought that this arrangement would have avoided the partition of India. Code A. Both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are individually true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Explanation. Option C is correct. In October 1943, Lord Wavell, who had succeeded Lord Linlithgow as Viceroy, made an attempt to resolve the deadlock in India. He went to England for consultation in March 1945. He discussed with British government about Indian administration and made some proposals. In June 1945, his proposals were made public by the name of Wavell Plan. He proposed restructuring of the Governor-General's Executive Council, which would have balanced the representation of the main communities, including equal proportions of Muslims and Hindus. All the portfolios except defense were to be held by Indian members, including Foreign Department. The Wavell Plan proposed an equal representation of Hindu and Muslim in the Executive Council. Apart from the Viceroy and Commander-in-Chief in the Executive Council, all members were Indian. Therefore, it is clear that the Wavell Plan was intended to remove the deadlock on the constitutional matters and political issues and to promote the self-governance for Indians, but never intended to unite the Hindu-Muslim to avoid partition of India. Question 13. Which of the following statements are true in relation to the Constituent Assembly? 1. Assembly was based on the adult suffrage. 2. The Assembly was a result of direct election. 3. Assembly was a multi-party body. 4. Assembly worked through various committees. Choose the correct answer by using the code given below. Code A, 1 and 2. B, Explanation. Option C is correct. The legislative assemblies of states were used as electoral college for the formation of the Constituent Assembly. In this way, the Constituent Assembly was a result of the indirect election. People of several parties were involved in it. Constituent Assembly formed a number of committees to operate its working. Question 14. Which of the following statements are correct regarding to Indian Constitution Assembly? A. It was not based on adult franchise. B. It resulted from direct election. C. It was not a multi-party body. D. It worked through several committees. Select the correct answer using code given below. Code A, and D. B, A, and B. Explanation. Option A is correct. The Constituent Assembly met for the first time in New Delhi on December 9, 1946 in the Constitution Hall, which is now known as the Central Hall of Parliament House. As to its composition, the Constituent Assembly was to be partly nominated. The members were to be indirectly elected by the members of the Provincial Assembly, who themselves were elected on a limited franchise. It was a multi-party body. The Congress, the Muslim League, and some independence members also got representation. The Constituent Assembly appointed Question 15. In relation to formation of the Constitution of India, which of the following sentences is/are correct? 1. Resolution of objectives by Nehru affected the making of the Constitution. 2. Preamble fulfills various important objectives/aims. 3. Peoples of India ordered/directed the Constitution. 4. Head of the state is elected by the people directly. Code A, 1, 2, and 3. B. Explanation. Option A is correct. Under the Indian Constitution, the head of the state, i.e. the president, is not elected by people directly, but by people's representatives, which include elected members of both the Houses of Parliament, elected member of the state legislative assemblies of all states, including union territories,